Alright. I think you guys can hear me now. Here I am again. You just heard me commentating on Old Sprites, like almost 3-hour Pokemon run. Now I'm doing a run on myself again. This is Future Cop LAPD. I don't know if you guys know the game. It's probably the best Electronic Arts games out there, in my opinion. And today we're gonna do some crime war, Glitchless. Which means we are going to play the Crime War campaign. We're going to play on easy mode, so we have a little bit more ammunition and we don't die as quickly. Yo, P87, thanks for the good luck. And so I tried to explain a little bit of the game. It's a pretty action-heavy game. So I don't know how much time I will have for that. We will just find out, I guess. So time we're gonna start when we pick the first scenario. So this will be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so in the first scenario here we just have our basic weapons pretty much. During the run we will have more weapons unlocked, and we also collect a bunch of very special weapons, because they will make lots of the later fights much quicker. So this is pretty much the opening stage. It just teaches you how to utilize weaponry and introduces all the different movement options you have. So here we just this game has just a lot of switches we have to push, or like key enemies we have to defeat. And we have two main movement options available. I will come to that later. First we have the biggest RNG part in the entire run, is right in stage 1. It's this mid boss here. This is actually the good RNG pattern. Let's see if I can... Oh no, that didn't hit. Okay, he will make a little detour now. I missed the second mortar on him. So this spaceship there, it's supposed to crash into this door here, so we can proceed. But it's pretty much random how long it takes to actually decide to crash into here. Now it's coming over here to just do that. I guess that was pretty mediocre or slightly worse RNG. Yeah, sadly, but luckily this is the only real RNG part. The rest is just mainly execution. So now we have to deactivate three switches. We already deactivated the red one, and the blue one will be right up here. So we'll just activate it and come down here, past this fence, deactivate the green switch. And this is the last switch we gotta deactivate. And this is the final boss of the first stage. Since we collected a lot of weapon power-ups, you can see we're just annihilating these bosses with the upgraded weapons. And that's scenario number 1 done. I think it was not a great time, but because of the spaceship there, but whatever. This is a marathon run, I don't really care about the time as long as it doesn't take too much away. So this is Zuma Beach. This is the first stage. We're gonna collect one of the special weapons. In order to do so, we need to kill these 2 flamingo towers here for some reason. And then later in the stage we need to do something else, and that will reveal the weapon. Now I have to wait a little bit until we can actually sneak through here, and then we will have our way through these tanks. A lot of these enemies we don't really need to fight. We pretty much only need to get to the boss of the stage and kill it. We will actually see in the any percent run, which I think I will be showing right after this, which is only about 10 minutes long, that it's actually quite a broken game because it has some glitches. 2 glitches to be exact. But we won't see it in a glitchless run, obviously, so first we need to... I'm gonna show you how the game looks if you just play it as intended. There's another area here where we have to push a total of 4 switches. They're scattered across the entire compound here. So we have 2 main ways of moving. I'm actually currently transformed into a hovercraft, and hovercraft is faster to move if you have a straight line to drive through. But most of the game is not like a straight line, so... Yeah, that was not very good. So in this area I need to kill 3 of these flying things. 3 of these jets. Oh, that didn't die, that was bad. And after it's dead, there will be 6 tanks which will be spawning right here. I try to take them out in like only 3 concussion beams. Quite low on health here, so I just take this 3 seconds and grab this refill here. I want to be safe. So now I will destroy exactly this random tank here, which is not even active. But I will reveal one of the special weapons of the game. It's the grenade launcher. And it will come in handy way later in the run. Now we will place ourselves right here and just spam the upgraded mortars, and they will just completely annihilate the boss on the spot. That's stage number 2. Now we will not have any changes to the weaponry for this stage. I will transform right into hovercraft now and just blow through these guys here. Just made it straight to the switch here. Activate it. Activate it. And just make it in here.
Welcome to the LA River.
This is apparently the LA River, which is an actual spot in LA. I've never been to LA, but all of these areas we're going to actually exist. I'm pretty sure they don't look like this, but they all exist. Oh my god. Okay, I just fell down there, so I have to climb back up. So the only thing I really don't want to do in this run is I don't want to die. Because if I die at any point in the run, this will be very, very costly. Because this game don't have checkpoints. It doesn't have checkpoints. If I die, I have to redo the entire stage. No matter where I die. So now we'll just transform back into a walker because hovercraft cannot make it through these narrow spots there. And I have to just walk my way up here to just activate the next switch and activate the water wheel so we can go to the next part of the compound.
What woke those up? Be careful down there.
So these things are actually not that intimidating. They would be if we played on a higher difficulty. They can actually one-shot you if they hit you at the wrong time. But on the easy difficulty, they are really not that threatening. So we will make our way back to the water wheel, which we just activated. this little worm enemy here,
This is
the
some kind
worm
of
tank.
temple.
And then we have to destroy a total of 4 statues and activate the switches, which they are hiding.
Well, a river of blood. There's something you don't see every day. That's a heavy weapon power-up.
We'll grab the. We'll
Shields are taking
always
damage from the
grabbing
blood.
the power-ups for the weaponry because it's actually almost worth it. Almost always worth it. So that was this is statue number 3, and for the last one we actually have to climb a little bit. Make our way up here. I have to be a little bit careful because it's actually very easy to accidentally clip through this scenery here as a hovercraft and just fall straight back down. So the only thing that is really intimidating in this game is fall damage. Now the fall damage is very severe. If you fall from too great a height, fall damage, yeah, it's just very, very severe. Like, if I just fall from like this high to the ground now, I would probably just be dead. So I will grab these 2 refills here. This is actually a special weapon power-up and a health refill. And now I have to like make my way through this, what they call labyrinth. It is actually quite confusing if you play it the first time. You'll probably have trouble finding your way out of here. But on the speed round, of course, we know where we're going, so yeah, it's fine. I wanted to fall on the other side. So here we don't even transform into hovercraft because hovercraft would have problems getting through here without getting stuck at all the edges. So now it's a very severe jump coming up. If I fail this, I lose like a minute or even more. Like this jump right here. Better make it. And this is the boss of the stage. Now we just like give her all of the weapon power we have. And toast her up. And this is the actually like big worm, but we cannot even touch it. It's just the leader of the cult, which we have had to defeat, and we just did that. So now we're moving on to stage number 4, which is Venice Beach, and we will change the mortars to bounce mines, which will have a purpose for defeating the boss of the stage. It's pretty cool. It's the same strat that we use in on any percent, and it will completely annihilate the boss. You will see later. Now we will hear a little sound glitch if you like listen to the announcer girl now.
The canal door should open now. That's 3. The canal door should open now. That's 3. The canal door should open now. That's 3. The canal door should open now.
But for some reason, some of the switches in this game make the announcer say something.
Let's break this bad boy's grip on the South Canal Zone.
And some of these switches you can actually activate multiple times, and each time you activate the switch, they say the line again. If I do that like 20 times, she would just be talking still right now.
You've got to cross the Electro Bridge. Sensors show a switch in your area.
So now we have to traverse these little like buildings here and activate some switches to deactivate some electro fences like this one. These electro fences are actually one-shots if we touch it, so gotta be careful.
Now you're trespassing on private property.
So now we just lay some mines here to open this door while we activate this switch. We'll lay one mine here and one here, and that should open the door. So we don't even have to waste time.
Oh,
Activate it, please.
the power field is off.
now we go this way, right to the exit door, which we opened with the mines earlier.
Shut your mouth.
So I always get like side missions where I have to protect the people from evil people, but we don't even need to do that. We are not a good cop. We just go straight for the main objective. It's not even giving us anything, it's just for good measure. So we'll skip this power up because we can pick up the very much same power up later. So we make it right here. Here's another switch with the door.
No cop has ever made it out of
And
here
now
alive.
we go to the left. That's a faster way of activating both switches here. The first switch will lower a drawbridge.
That switch lowered the drawbridge.
And the second switch will deactivate this electro fence over there.
That switch deactivated an electro bridge. Now you're getting the hang of it.
Again, we will not transform into a hovercraft because I don't want to fall down here, and it's very easy to fall down if you're a hovercraft and have to traverse a narrow spot. This time we will take the power up here. At this switch we can actually, yeah, we can just jump up and hit it. This is not a glitch. It's just an oversight by the programmers, I
The
suppose.
casino barrier is down. Time to pay a visit to Big Vic.
And now we are making our way to the stage boss. I would actually grab this health refill. We haven't lost much health, but for the strat I'm about to execute to kill the boss, this will actually draw a lot of health from me. And I don't want to die. Okay, and now I will actually try to execute the strat. I will wait just here, that will lift me up, and I can just use all my firepower, and this will 3 or 4 cycle him. Now it was 4 cycling. As you can see, I take a lot of damage because these upgraded mines have a lot of splash damage, and it hits me as well. And now we're making our way to the Hellgate prison. We will upgrade our minigun into a Gatling laser, which deals a little bit more damage.
This is trouble. Apocalypse has seized control of Hell's Gate.
And we have to make it into this this compound here, which we can instantly do by just using the second transporter.
Apocalypse has control of the gate. It's the only way into the prison.
Front gate opening.
These are like our little brothers here, our previous models, so to say. These are like little walkers. We can easily take them out with mines. The mines are by far like the most damaging normal weapon or regular weapon in the game. I think the grenade launchers and the riot shield might be more powerful, but
Find a way in.
it's a little bit harder to use them.
Shuttle weapons loader in position.
So I just picked up this is on a fixed timer here. I have to wait for a few seconds so I can just use the time to refill all of my supplies. I have to wait for this prison transporter to open this gate.
Warning, prisoner gate is open.
And I just bypass all these guys who think they are free.
You're in the exercise yard. Give these guys a workout.
And I just annihilate all these enemies, which will free this guard here. This guard has to walk over to this switch there, this panel.
Guard password accepted.
And that will enable the lift. I'll actually go into the walker again because it's actually way too narrow here for the to maneuver with the hovercraft.
That's a heavy weapon power-up.
So in this stage I really have to be careful not to fall off any ledges because this will easily lose minutes. Because if I cannot make my way back up without using glitches easily. And since this is a glitchless run, I cannot use these. But we will see it later how fast we can traverse the stages. Because I will do the 90% run as a bonus. Because we are way ahead of schedule right now.
Guards are pinned down. Move to the southwest quad.
Okay, I will actually I fell down here as a hovercraft in practice, so I will transform right here instead. So we don't even need to shoot these guys, we only have to run them over. Because we're actually a very heavy tank, and just touching anybody will make them explode. Okay, now my health is not looking that good, so I will actually use a little bit of firepower.
Thanks, LAPD. I hit Behar in the infirmary, northeast.
So picking up another upgrade for the special weapons, this will come in handy. For the boss of the stage. So the lore of the stage is that one of the prisoners has been freed by an organization. These are the green guys in the military suits. Be a little bit careful about these fires here because it can drain quite a bit of health for me. It's fine. At this point I always have low health, but it should not be too low that I can die. Yeah, but this is completely fine. Just bypass everything again.
This is not good.
And I will take this health refill right here.
Behar's in a medical hoverjet. They're moving to the southern landing strip, and they've got friends.
Gotta be a little bit careful with these things. I don't even know what to call them. Let's just call them the death scissors of death. It can actually hit you pretty bad if you go through there when they are hitting you.
Coming in fast. It's all up to you now.
Okay, the boss of this is like 3 of these transporters that try to pick up this this transporter where the main objective is hiding inside. I would just have to take them out, and that will end the stage.
Mission complete. I'm sending the cleaning crews in.
Alright. That was stage number 5. Now we're heading to one of the most scarier stages. This is Studio City. We will upgrade into grenade launcher for this one, because we want to take out the boss in 2 hits with this, and we want to hit a bunch of buildings which are acting as switches. If we have to destroy these. We also try to bypass this gate. See if I can make it first try. Yes, that was first try, but I also have to make my way back. Okay, we made it. Fine. So activating the switch will enable us to pick up the second special weapon later. Let's see if we can hit it with this mine. Yeah, definitely can. Traversing this a little bit slowly, because if we fall onto these railways here, that will actually hit us pretty bad. Alright, okay, I made it once first cycle, this is also good. Just don't want to fall down.
Nice going. Right into the sewer. That area is too hot for backup. You're on your own for a while longer.
Elevator activated.
Alright. So made into the sewers here. We have to traverse the sewers for a little bit. We are on the 2nd floor now, and it's a bit scary to traverse. Because if we fall, we are pretty much instant toast, so... You see the amount of health I lost by that very tiny fall there. So we have to be really careful with the fall damage. I have to wait for this. I think you cannot make this first cycle. You always have to take the 2nd cycle here. Use this to get up this ledge and go to the switch.
Main laser gate dropped. Exit
I will just take the refill here because I took quite a bit of damage.
Carefully. Nice job on passing that laser gate. That's a special weapon power-up.
So we don't even need to care about these guys, just make my way through this area, jump on these shrooms here.
Reaching high levels of ground radioactivity.
And now we are doing something strange. First we are taking this guy out, because...
I haven't seen mushrooms like that since college.
Is he dead?
No ramps or walkways. You'll
Now
have
he's
to
dead.
jump for it.
Okay, we have actually, you didn't even see that probably, but we have destroyed a sign there.
Hollywood's got himself a bodyguard. Watch yourself.
We have destroyed a sign, and destroying the sign and pulling the switch at the beginning where I passed the gate made this special weapon here
Better
available.
living through superior
This is the
firepower.
riot shield, and this will come in handy a little way later in the run, or like in the final stage, to insta-defeat the final boss. So this is also a scary part here. This is the lava. If I fall here, I'm pretty much dead.
Your heat
So I
shield
can
won't
make a
help you
very
long
scary
in the
jump
lava.
here.
Watch out. Yep, it's a teleport platform, all right. Watch
Then
your
we
step.
activate the switches, make our way back down,
That switch caused an energy spike up
and
ahead.
we have to do that a couple
My
or more
scans indicate a
times.
teleporter nearby, but that can't be.
Gate open.
I think the switches
So this
are linked.
was the sign I just destroyed. If you destroy one of these signs, I believe it just makes the weapon available. I have no idea why that is.
Who knows what that psycho has dug up?
It's just a very weird gimmick of the game, I suppose.
That switch transmitted a pulse somewhere close.
So I'm just moving as a walker here because you can easily fall off if you are hovercraft. Like if I fall here, I can make it back up because this is not that steep.
More power is being generated.
And this is the final switch for the area.
Reading a
We
huge
can just use
power
this
spike
to
nearby.
hop
Something
over
is
here.
powered up.
Clearance
It's-
confirmed.
We just teleport to a completely new area.
Energy patterns are consistent with the teleporter.
And I have to be very careful to not fall off into this lava because this would probably
Been
toast as
teleported
well.
to a new area. Careful. Their eyes don't like the looks of that. That switch charged one of those strange pillars.
Alright.
Another pillar powered up.
It's number
Just one more
3.
of
I
those
won't
and that dome
jump
will be
over there. I will just
supercharged.
wait. If it was a PB attempt, I would probably try to just jump over there, but not in a marathon run. So now we are in a completely new area.
Or should I say
Like we were here before, but we were not on this ledge here. Oh my god, I almost fell off there. Bumping into that enemy is not what I wanted. Okay, now I will actually try to conserve a little bit more energy.
that might
Don't
have
even
been the
need
trick?
that weapon
Try to find an opening.
weapon refiller. Just hit the switch, and this will open the gate right here.
That's the castle from Farmland.
Yeah, I will
It must
actually
have
walk,
sunk in the Great
transform
Lakes.
back into a walker
They
because
really don't like
I just
death,
cannot
do
make it
they?
through there with the hovercraft for some reason. We'll do a little bit of bullet dodging here, and so we actually got hit by one. Let's try to not repeat that. Doing all 3 of them.
Laser gate deactivated.
Oh, I can never find my way out of here. Oh, it's right here, okay. I think this amount of health is actually fine. So I'll make it through here. Transform.
Levels of radioactivity in your area. Don't fall in the sludge.
And since we have upgraded grenades, this guy is pretty much a 2-shot.
I guess I won't have to read a Miranda.
That was the boss. So, final 2 levels of the game coming up. But the next one is also the longest. So for this one, I will go back to the bounce mines because it Gets rid of the boss more easily.
The little doctor has turned LAX into a fortress. Take him and take back that spaceport. There should be some deactivation panels around.
So now we have to
Use them, sweetheart.
push a ridiculous amount of switches here.
Thanks,
Kind of a
X1
labyrinth.
Alpha. We'll cover your back. Central, X1 Alpha in sight. Thanks for the assist.
Welcome back to the fight, boys.
Not gonna push this switch because it's actually malfunctioning, and this guy is in my way.
Central, we're back online. Thought you'd never get here.
You've got to get to the main terminal.
X1 Alpha, pick up the white curtain telephones and prepare to die.
Take out one of the power sources in your
So hopefully I can instantly... not instantly.
X1 Alpha, crowd control situation at the parking structure.
Okay, now I have to actually take all of these out. Okay, that's it. I only need to defeat the very far away of these 4 power sources to make this switch available. Please.
That's the last gate. You're at the main terminal. That's the last gate.
Yeah, I activated it twice, so let's say the line twice again.
That gauntlet like a pro.
Will the owner of the white Bronco tag OJS711 report to security?
Sometimes I just have to not even say anything. It's just...
Get to the control tower.
Okay, this is actually a very severe amount of damage I took here, so I just refill it real quick.
Control tower defenses activated.
That's a heavy
So now I have to take the control tower of this airport down, which is defended by the 4-piece defense system.
It's pretty well defended. Nothing but rubble. Get to the control tower. Control tower is toast. Let's move on to the runways.
Okay, now we have the control tower done, and we are going over to the runways, which we will use
Maybe you can exploit the runway.
to go to part 2 of the stage.
Find the power switches to deactivate the upper runway.
So we have to deactivate 2 runways here.
Please keep all arms and tails visible. Final boarding call, flight 908, leaving for Lunar Base Tycho.
Those runways can be deactivated manually.
Upper runway deactivated.
So now we have deactivated both of the upper, upper runways,
Access panels must be deactivated.
and now we have enough power to activate the lower runway, which we can use for ourselves to fly over to the second part of the stage.
Bonfires, don't they?
Upper runway deactivated.
So we just have to make it here,
Power switch to activate
wait
the
a few
lower
seconds, go forth, and go back again. I should enable
runway. The lower
the
runway is the key to getting
this thing to immediately load the second zone. And it's probably the most scariest stage.
commercial ships in trouble. Help them
First
out if you
thing we
can,
do a
X1
little bit
Alpha.
of a detour here to grab a special weapon power up, because it will be very, very powerful for the boss fight.
That's a special weapon power up.
This is kind of the mid-boss here. It's just a little ship which we have to defeat.
It ain't London Bridge, but it sure falls down good, don't it?
And here's another sound bug for you guys.
Take it out of here. There's the lock.
Lock in use. 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 Lock in use.
Yeah, I had to switch a bunch of times.
Send the loading dock into a death trap.
Welcome to my assembly line. It will send you straight to hell.
Power 3238. Area 51.
This is the scariest part of the run, in my opinion, because you have to navigate all these very narrow,
Amora
like,
must have supply stored somewhere.
how do you call them? Escalators? And if you fall down, you are not instantly dead, and there are also backup platforms you can take to get back up, but you still lose a lot of time.
Cargo flight arriving on
So for this, I will actually take my time and take these guys out that are flying around here, because in practice, like there are a few guys flying around here. Where are they? I'm not trusting them at all. This is the guy. Like in practice, these guys took me out so many times when I was jumping over to here, because they can actually get in your way.
Be careful.
And with that health, I would be definitely dead. So this is some scary health stuff right here, but I will try to make it through. At the boss fight we have 2 health refillers, so I will try to make it over there. Oh, there's another flying guy.
You might just get out of this alive.
Yeah, he was trying to get in my way, I suppose, but he was too late. Oh. Okay. Let's get out of here. Okay, this is one of the backup platforms here. These all activate when we reach a certain spot. So I guess we make a running jump and then a normal jump.
Terrific. Hope you're hungry. We're closing in on the Tower Restaurant.
You think that you have foiled my plans? Oh my god, such insights.
They serve decent food.
Okay, I think this is one of the things that has the health refill, so I just
Congrats on getting out of the
instantly
conveyor
grab
belt.
this, and then I use the upgraded mines
I've been waiting for it.
to deal a lot of damage to this boss,
And you to die.
without taking too much damage myself. As you can see, it also drains a lot of health from me.
Who would have thought the Tower Restaurant was space prep?
And that's toast. Okay.
Move in and secure the wreckage.
And that is LAX done, so now we have only 1 stage remaining. And for this stage we will actually take all the weaponry we got. We will take the riot shield, we will take a concussion beam and the grenade launcher. So let's see how good this stage will be.
Arrest warrant has been issued for Vladimir Leach. Find him and bring him in. Scans show no obvious life forms in the area. A lot of corpses, though. LA Rapid Medical Response Ambulance dispatched.
So again, we will just jump at this.
Security fence deactivated.
Usually you're supposed to like go up.
LA Coroner Unit dispatched.
LAPD response
I
time
can just use
particularly
this
inadequate.
ammunition here.
I am in complete control here.
The computer has activated the security fences.
You carbon-based units are so fragile. Allow me to demonstrate.
Toxic lockdown in 3, 2, 1. Toxic lockdown completed. Toxicity at 50% above safe level.
You're trapped. Find a way to end lockdown.
Please. I have to deactivate or kill all of these, destroy all
Toxic
of
level
these
0%. Lockdown
of this
condition
toxic
ended.
waste bins
Get the hell
that
outta
will
here.
unlock this door here.
Picking up a heartbeat in your vicinity. Check it out. Positive ID. That's Leach.
Meat is obsolete.
Okay, that's that. Whoa.
Yeah, the lore of this is that was actually the bad guy that I just took out, which invented or created a supercomputer. But the supercomputer was so super, it actually took over
Accessing LAPD
and killed his
database
creator.
now.
Thank you.
So now we have to take out the supercomputer,
Security fence deactivated.
which is hiding way back in the
Laser
last
satellite
compound.
launches initiated.
Those missiles carry the
These
latest
are
solar
4
satellite
missile
technology.
launch stations, and once this thing I'm aiming at is high enough,
Laser satellites orbit established.
I can instantly take it out.
Uh-oh. I'm detecting 4 laser
With the riot
satellites
shields.
tracking your position. You got the tracking system.
Tracking system destroyed.
Once I have all 4 of them, the rubble will just crash into this
You're in more
gate,
trouble
and
than
we
I
can
had
proceed.
calculated.
Watch your head. Debris incoming.
Quadrant control. Sector road defenses.
And these are the sector road defenses. These are actually very strong
The road
defense
defenses are two paths. You've gotta
machines, and
deactivate each
yeah, the
Set
electricity
flood
of these
generator.
will
Set
take
flood
me out
generator
within like
activated.
1 second if I just try to cross
Set
over.
flood generator. Set flood generator activated.
Now we have to
get moving.
Your unit
yeah, I
is
will
not
just
in
take
the
a
LAPD
bit of damage
database.
here, but it's no
Did you
problem
forget to register?
because there's a refiller right here.
Sounds promising.
Meat unit, I will fry you.
Okay, even more that.
You are wasting resources.
So this is another refiller here. I will just constantly take refillers.
Quadrant control center. Ready.
So now we have deactivated the second road of defense structures. Now I will take a little bit of a detour right here, just jump up and take this. This is the upgrade for the right shield, and this will be instant death for the boss later. But that means I cannot really use this right shield anymore to defeat these guys, so I have to use my other weaponry. But it will be fine because this is on a fixed timer anyways. I will just use my concussion beams for this and my grenades. So once they stop respawning, I can make my way through the next compound here. And just you see, like, this semi-boss here and the boss dead in like 2 seconds from the right shield and the grenade launcher. It's a little gimmick there, this the switch there. I will just be quiet and let you guys enjoy this.
Take that, you bug-eyed bitch.
Perhaps you do not understand math.
This is the site of the former Queen Mary. The Queen founded during the Cataclysm. The majestic ship now sleeps beneath the waves in Long Beach Harbor. Only the stacks are visible at low tide. A moment of silence, please.
Alright, I'll just wait a second there so you guys can enjoy that line.
Move along, please.
Sector road defenses deactivated.
This is the only road defense I try to just skip.
The Borg units are originating in here somewhere.
Actually somewhat precise, and I could also die to this, but luckily I didn't. So there is another one of these things that I have to destroy. I just jump and throw a grenade at this and hopefully it will destroy. Yep. That saves a little bit of time walking all the way around the compound just to get this one solar charter. And then now it's time for the final boss. So we try to instantly fry this boss by just setting us up here a little bit.
That's the last one. Go and pay a visit to Mr. Superior India.
Peripheral not responding.
This is not an instant takeout. Oh, that's fine.
AI unit number 3 offline.
And that is time.
Abort. Retry or fail.
Sorry for the abrupt time there.
AI unit number
But
2
this
offline.
boss will get completely destroyed
Primary AI
by
unit
this weapon
offline.
upgrades. Alright, I'll let you guys enjoy the last cutscene here.
Move in, X1. That laser gate reads cold. Get out fast!
Alright.
Sweet move. Saved us both a heartache. Bring it in, X1. Time to punch out.
Alright, that was Future Corp Glitchless. I just got confirmation that I can continue with the any % run. So I will do this exact run again, but this time I will actually use some glitches. And you will see that it will like bypass a big portion of the game. So for this part, I actually have to restart my emulator real quick. The reason for this is because for some reason the game developers decided to let the game not forget about your special weapons, even if you completely restart your game and erase your save file and whatnot. So the only way to unload the special weapons from your weapon stash is to restart the console. But that's no problem, we are right back into it. Alright, now we will continue with the 80% portion. Alright, so it's the exact same thing. I guess we won't have a timer for this, or will we? It's just a little question from me right now. Alright, okay, we have it. Alright, then I will count down again. Again, this is the exact same run, with the only difference that we will use glitches. And you will see that it bypasses a lot of the game. We will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This is again the same stage as before. We will traverse the first part the exact same way.
Proceed to the west and head for that gate. That's your way in.
But we will come up with our first glitch right here. So this thing, we will just use our wonderful hitboxes to just clip up here and repeat the same process. To do this with this thing as well. This skipped half of the level, and this one skips the other half. So now we are already at the boss.
And the wait is over.
So we don't have upgraded weapons here, so this boss will definitely take a little bit longer to defeat. Okay, that was actually pretty good. That was stage number 1. I will only get better from here, I promise you that. Oh, I didn't want to save. Okay, let's go on to Zuma Beach to actually change our weaponry to Flamethrower and Concussion Beam. Just we do a little bit more damage to the boss, because this is pretty much the only thing we will be fighting. We will again torture the taxpayers a little bit here.
Hold your fire, those are taxpayers, X1 Alpha.
Alright, so now we will just do a little clip up here, which has been found by the current world record holder. Shoutouts to PTO.
How do we end the lockdown?
We'll grab the weapon power-up and do another clip right here, and this skips the entire level, and we are at the boss already.
It's the end of the road. Be careful, X1 Alpha.
And the same thing again, we just use our upgraded mortars to instantly destroy the boss as well. And that is stage number 2. So for Labria Tar Pits, this level is even more broken, if you can actually believe that. With the bounce mines, we will do a wonderful glitch right here. Return to hovercraft, clip into this portion right here and bypass this invisible wall, which prevents us, not only prevents us from moving here, but we don't have time for that. And this is the boss of the stage, which is not even active, but if you just clip into her the right way and use 3 grenades, mines, it's just gone. It's just gone. It's just over. That's stage 3. Alright, Venice Beach, we don't need any changes to our weaponry this time, because this will be the exact same strat for the boss, but we will only skip the entire stage before. So we will go alright over here, line ourselves up a little bit to make a very specific clip up this fence, this, and no, I didn't make this one. That's a shame. So let's retry. Okay, this is what I wanted. So this skipped half the level, this skipped another quarter of the level, and the final one's coming up. So this is the part with the jetty.
It's the only access into fixed territory.
But we will just use this clip right here. Oops, that was not what I wanted. Come on. Yeah, this is what I wanted.
I don't know what he's doing to that guy, but stop it.
And this time we will grab both of these weapon power-ups.
Wasn't very sporting. Afraid to get your feet wet.
There he is. I have him on screen now. Bring him in as 1 Alpha. That's a heavy weapon power-up.
And he's done.
That's a special weapon power-up.
Oh, playtime zone.
That was stage number 4. Moving on to number 5, which is even faster than stage 3 was. If we can execute everything correctly, that is. Because this stage, the final boss area is right above us, which we can actually normally not access, but
This is trouble.
we don't have time to execute all this, like to navigate all this stuff again.
And find Behar before his soldiers do.
Let's do a little clip up here, a little clip up here, and a little clip up here, and we are at the boss of the stage. As you can see, this guy that these things are gonna pick up is not even here, which is interesting, but
It's all up to you now.
we actually didn't hit the correct story triggers. I instantly take out this one, and this is the stage number 5.
Alpha, mission complete.
And now that we have seen stage number 5, it's time to move on to the fastest stage in the game, which is which is stage number 6. We won't see anything but the boss here. No changes to the weapons either. Hopefully we won't die. Normally I can actually die with the strat I'm trying to execute here.
We have the green light for tunnel sweep.
We just
Nuclear
clip
and
up all the
biological
way up
toxins
this
believed
level.
present.
Just
Deadly for
going
life.
the completely wrong way here and just make the boss spawn with this, and we instantly took him out. Nice. That was actually a very good stage.
Miranda.
Alright, moving on to the LAX. I will try to execute this strat, let's say two or three times. It's actually very hard to do.
The little doctor has turned LAX into a fortress. Take him and take back that
Okay,
spaceport.
it's actually very hard to clip into this. One more time. No, I can't make it this time. That's a shame.
There should be some deactivation panels
Apologies to
around.
PTO for not showing off this thread, but this is
I
actually
gotta
very
be
hard
honest,
to do.
SWAT team. They're
This
nearby.
is a lot easier here, just a clip up here. And then we jump over to this part, to a very specific, like, sidewalk run against this invisible wall right there. And now we need to find the spot where we actually... I've forgotten about the visual cue here. That's a bit of a shame. Let's clip up this runway and we make our way to the upper runway, which is normally inaccessible. But because we can, we will just clip. If we can make the correct clip, we just clip all the way up there. It's a little bit finicky, this one. Nope. Yeah, this is what I want. I have to be careful to not fall into this area because it's actually not loaded yet. This would be a soft lock and I have to redo the level. Now we skipped the first zone of lags and we are about to skip the entire second one as well. We don't have to do any
Help them out if you can.
escalator, walking, jumping over death pits here.
Fleet will
just grab this weapon power up, and then we try
That's
to...
a special weapon power-up.
Perfect. And this is the boss. This boss is actually not loaded yet. The X1 Alpha will actually not aim at this boss, but it can actually be hit by these powerful, powerful mines.
Who would have thought the Tower Restaurant was a spacecraft?
Alright.
We'll move in and secure the wreckage.
And that's the... we're moving on to the final boss right now. And we're bringing all the stuff out here. We switch back to the mortars and to the electric gun. And we will try to not die, which is very easy.
Arrest warrant has been issued for Vladimir Lee.
So we will actually cross 2 electro bridges here, not only one.
Scans
This is the
show no
first one.
obvious
It's
life
actually
forms in the
very
area.
scary.
A lot of
No,
corpses,
I'm dead.
LA Rapid Medical Response
Ah, that's a shame.
ambulance
Yeah, that's very easy to die here if you are not the exact correct spot when you cross that over. That's fine. It's in a very early death.
Arrest warrant has been issued for Vladimir Leach. Find him and bring him in. Scans show no obvious life forms in the area.
That was way too far to the right. Alright, another charm. This time I tried to not get stuck on the left side, but I was way too far to the right.
Vladimir Leach. Find him and bring him in. Scans show no obvious life forms in the area.
That is what I was aiming
A lot of
for.
corpses, though.
Okay, now we go here to this spot, transform back into hovercraft to clip into
They didn't commit suicide.
on top of this building here.
Generation area. Sounds promising.
And these guys are kind of in my way now.
X1 Alpha, crowd control situation. Get him to...
We grab up this
That's a
power up
special
here
weapon power-up.
and just make our way back to the boss. But this time we don't even have to activate all these shenanigans, all these solar chargers.
The AI lab is due west of your position.
This
Find a
time
way
we
up
only
and
have to
out.
do a little clip
The
up
lab is
here,
just across that road.
and we are on our way to the final boss.
The special project AI lab is dead
Now we
ahead.
try to execute another
Time to
strat.
pull the plug on Mal. I read a power transformer near you.
Peripheral not responding.
Ah, it's not a good boss fight already,
AI
but
unit number 3 offline.
this boss takes way more time now because we don't have all these upgraded super weapons.
Abort. Retry. Or fail.
But once this boss is toast, it's time. It's coming up very soon.
AI unit number 2 offline.
And it's time.
AI unit offline.
Good job, X1 Alpha.
Alright, 12 minutes. I mean, we died 2 times. That's totally fair with me. The world record is held by PDO, and it's, I think, like barely sub 9:30, if I recall correctly.
That laser gate reads cold.
So we basically used 2 glitches there. We used a slope glitch. You're not supposed to walk up slopes, but if you just jump at a slope and hold one of the directional buttons, you just slide all the way up. It's very easy to do.
Bring it in, X1. Time to punch out.
And the other one is the clipping, like the clipping up ledges that you saw. Pretty much the only 2 glitches we use in this run, and it completely demolishes this entire game, which is great. Alright, okay. I got confirmation that I can also show off the other game mode now as a little bonus, so I will just skip this scene since we already saw it. Okay, then I will go to the Precinct Assault mode. If you guys know this game, this is probably the mode you remember. And I will show you some special stage here. Say, what is it? It's Sky 50. Yeah. So usually I go with the shockwave generator here, the electric gun and concussion beam. And this is probably the game mode you remember. This is where you hunt the Sky Captain down and have to defeat his enemy base. You also remember the soundtrack, I hope. So these are the planes that defend your base, and these are the the tanks that you have to get to the enemy base to destroy it. I guess you guys remember this, right? Also, the Sky Captain is like constantly talking to you. He must show up here in a second. Like, there he is. Like, he's trying to hit us. Come on, show your face. This is Sky Captain here. Is these are the normal turrets. These you can actually take over if you press the action button near it. And if they are respawning when you kill them, they turn to neutral turrets that you can take over by pressing action. And if they are taken over by the enemy, you can just take them out to gain some more points. Now let's try to take out the enemy base now. We check this outpost here. This is kind of the speedrun strat, and we just produce these tanks right near the enemy base. And then we take out like these base defenses here all at once. And once one of these guys like gets into this, and this is the game mode you should remember, guys. No, I'm just kidding, of course. This is the. I will show you real quick. I will show you the real stage. Like, the real stage would more look like this. So this is the same stage, but it's without all of these bugs and butterflies. These are actually tanks. Like, this is what you might remember. These are the tanks, these are the planes, these are the turrets. The reason why they were bugs before, if you complete the entire Precinct Assault mode, like all 10 levels of the 4 available stages, it unlocks this little bonus bug hunt mode. So I won't even complete this because this is actually approaching 10 minutes now, I believe. It's very much the same thing. This is the Sky Captain now really looks like. You can't just take him out to get like 10 points. Take 10 points from him as well.
I live again.
This I also have speedrun, but this is a very long speedrun, like 3 hours to complete. So this is a little showcase I wanted to make. I say thank you very much for letting me show you all of this. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the marathon. And yeah, have a good day all together.